December 2023, a month with much easier energy, getting ready for the new year where all the planets, except for Uranus, will be direct. We are also going to have Jupiter go direct. We have one Mercury retrograde in December, but by the first of the year, it'll be shifted direct as well. Lots more forward momentum, lots more ease to our relationships, a lot more hope and optimism as well. Stay tuned, I'll bring you the update for all the transits. Hi, I'm Prema and welcome to Chart Your Path. I am so glad that you are here. We start the month with Venus in Libra. Venus moved into Libra on the 29th and it'll be in Libra for the entire month. And this is our great connector. This is our great artist. And relationships have been tough for the last few months with all the Venus retrograde that we've had and where Venus has been placed. And now it is finally in its own sign. It's away from the eclipse pattern, the nodes of the moon, and it is ready to deliver us a lot of balance and harmony in our relationships. So healing and starting new, starting fresh, or bringing in new relationships, revitalizing old relationships. Our social circles are going to grow. They're also going to feel, we're just going to feel more connected. And this is such a lovely energy for the holidays. Connecting with your creativity is going to be really available, and I really encourage you to take the time to really connect in with your creativity and express it in whatever way is best for you. We all have an inner artist that likes to express in different ways. I love to garden. I love to express my creativity through the work that I do in lots of different ways, through movement. You know, what is it for you? What kind of creativity do you like to express? When we give the energies a way to express that's unique to us, then it brings a balance and a harmony to our relationships with the energy, but it brings a balance and a harmony to the energy itself. So I encourage you to really dive into your creativity. Jupiter is aspecting this in Venus in Libra. And so we have the two benefics. We've got our great visionary, looking for my visionary here. We have our great visionary with our aspect on Libra on our great connector. So this is the two most benefic planets shining, their grace and love and beauty together. So this is a really beautiful energy. And finally, the eclipse pattern has moved, like I said, because it has been there for the last year and a half, kind of making this energy not so clear. But now that we've moved past it, and hopefully you have let go of what you were called to, you're going to be able to really enjoy a bigger vision, more connectivity, mend relationships that fell out for you, being able to have some more vision, and just a really positive time to, and feeling a time of balance. I think things have really been extreme. So this gives us an opportunity to feel more balance. Venus is also our indicator of wealth and of luxury. So those things also can be more available, but at the same time, we want to keep our lives in balance. Jupiter, which is our great teacher, our great visionary, our great teacher. And Jupiter, like I said, is in Aries and free of the nodes of the moon and aspecting here. So it's almost standing still though at 11-12 degrees of Aries because it's about to go direct. So planets, as they retrograde and they're ready to go direct, or they're ready to go retrograde, they get stationary. They're standing still. So if you have planets close to those degrees in Aries, then 11-12 degrees of Aries, then this is even more powerful and potent for you. Jupiter shines its grace. It shines its light on us. And it's also shining on all of the fire constellations. So, and whatever those represent for you, they're going to represent purpose, spirituality, relationships, or your wealth. And Jupiter's been there growing those areas, but now free of the eclipse pattern, it is going to be able to shine its light more clearly, and especially as of the first of the year, it is going to be direct. And so it's really going to be able to deliver the promises, the inklings that you've been feeling. If you don't know where these planets are for you, you can find the link down below to the chart calculator. It's free. It's on my website, and you can go there and get your Vedic astrology chart and a guide that will help you with that completely free. So this is really good for growth, for awareness, for abundance, for directions, like knowing which way to go. It's been a confusing period of time. It's good for travel. Jupiter's wonderful for our healing as well. It brings hope and optimism in, and it's really going to help you to move forward on what you were working on birthing back in April when Jupiter moved into this position. It's going to help you to tap into your higher teachings, your spiritual beliefs, and our universal laws and universal beliefs, and be able to apply them to your life, to your business, to your relationships, and wherever this hits you, whatever Aries represents for you. As a general level, for all of us, it's our independence, it's our freedom. It's where we want to birth something new. A very potent transit for us. And this can bring a lot of passion in, because Aries can be very, very passionate. So you'll be ready to get going at the beginning of the year. When the beginning of the year hits, we don't always have the energy matching up with this, date we have to start something fresh, get going. This year, more so, and that's going to be a wonderful thing. Now, currently, Mars is in Scorpio. Mars being our honorable warrior, being our strategist, and Mars owns Scorpio. And so it's a good placement for Mars, but it's combusts the sun still. So it's traveling very close to the sun. And let's keep in mind with Scorpio, it's our natural 8th house. It's a place of transformation. It's a place of endings as well. We have to have endings to have new beginnings. And in fact, if you're wondering for yourself just on endings, a lot of times it is time to end something. There's nothing wrong with ending something. When we end something, again, we can open up to a new beginning. If you're in the gray zone about something, then you haven't said yes and you haven't said no. And it's really a good time to really tune in and be really honest with yourself on, is this a yes for you? Or is it a no? And if you allow something to be a no, that's not a yes, you've now said yes to something else, space, time, energy in some way, and now you're open to something new coming in. So be aware of those endings and allow them to happen. Sometimes they happen naturally. Sometimes you actually need to make a really conscious choice around an ending, but don't be afraid of endings. It's the start of something new as well. Mars really likes to work through us in our productivity, in our actions, in our inspiration. And it's in this place of Scorpio where also we can get a little stuck in our emotions. But it's a place of deep wisdom. You might not feel that clarity in your actions just because it's a little combust, and you might feel a little burnt out depending on if you're a Scorpio ascendant or moon, or if you're an Aries ascendant or moon. But just work with the energy. It'll also help you to not overdo. The remedy with Mars is always to move your body, to get down in an embodiment, whatever your favorite mode of exercise is, yoga, meditation, martial arts, running, whatever it is. When we manage the energy of our bodies, that helps us to manage the energy of our minds as well. And it gives an outlet to the frustration sometimes we can feel when we're not able to take the kinds of actions that we'd like to, or we don't have the clarity to take the action. So when you get down into your embodiment, though, a lot of times that clarity moves through, and then you're more realistic about the actions that it's time for you to take. So this is a month that it's great to make the shifts and changes at the root level. Scorpio deals with the root of things. And when we change at the root of something, just like if we work with nourishing the roots of the tree, the branches and the leaves, they take care of themselves. So there is a great opportunity to shift whatever you might be getting stuck in at the root level. Mercury is now in Sagittarius. It moved into Sagittarius on the 26th of November, and Mercury being our great merchant, ruling business and the business cycles, and also our great communicator. Now, Mercury is going to go retrograde. I'll talk about that in just a moment. And it's been in Scorpio, which is a little bit challenging. But now that it is in Sagittarius, it's going to really start to shift things with more clarity. It is going to really help us to have a better communication and connecting with our higher vision and have our thoughts and our mind and our story and our communication speak more into our higher vision. That's what Sagittarius tends to be about, more of our spiritual teachings, more of the big picture of things instead of the minutia of things. Now, Mercury will go retrograde, and it'll go retrograde on the 13th, and it'll go direct on January 1st. Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap, but Mercury retrograde on the other side of things is spending more time in certain constellations, helping us to see what is that represents for us much more clearly. And especially if you're a Mercury ascendant of some sort, that would be a Virgo, a Gemini ascendant, or you're running the dasha of Mercury. I happen to be both. So these Mercury retrogrades are extra potent. Now with Mercury retrograde, it's the day before, the day of, and the day after we really want to watch out for. So the 12th, 13th, 14th, and then the last day of December, the 1st and 2nd days of January. That's where it gets most wonky during that time. This will also move through Gandanta, but Mercury moves rather quickly through Gandanta, so it's like 26th, 27th, 28th. We'll have Mars and Mercury moving through Gandanta, and just take a major chill pill on those days, okay? Gandanta is this, place of sort of can feel like we're drowning in some way. It's really about untying karmic knots, but it's going to move rather quickly. So just, it's the holidays. Just, be chill. Be easy during that time. Back up your computers beforehand as far as that goes. And during the retrograde, you're going to need to spend extra energy and time around travel, scheduling, communication. Just have more grace and ease around those things. Give yourself more time. And it's also a time when there is going to be a shift between where Mercury's been retrograding. So it's been retrograding for the last year in all of the fire constellations. And the fire constellations rule something specific for you. Again, it's going to be purpose, wealth, relationships, or spirituality. Okay, one of those four major areas. And then it's now going to retrograde into Scorpio. So it's going to be retrograding in the water constellations, and whatever the water constellations represent for you. In 2024, it'll be the water constellation. So it's making its transition during this time. I'll be talking more about that in my Divinely Aligned class. And join me for my Divinely Aligned class for 2024. This is the astrology forecast and healing session for the major transits for 2024, a 2-hour live Zoom class. It's recorded, you have lifetime access. You'll, whether you're there live or not, you've got that. And for a beautiful healing meditation that goes along with it. And this is also really going to help you to know what the planetary transits, the retrogrades, the eclipses, and the important dates, so that you know your opportunities, your spiritual lessons, the changes, the challenges to watch for, just the major ones. And it's important to know what the major ones are as you're planning for the year. Personal horoscopes for all the ascendant and moon signs. You'll get your Vedic astrology chart, and again, the sacred healing meditation, along with a beautiful cosmic planner, so that you know what the houses mean, and you can helps you to make sense of all of it. I encourage you to come to this really powerful class with me. Saturn is in Aquarius, as it's been all year. It's now moved into Shadabisha, which is a very healing, transformative, energetic, transformative nakshatra that's also very creative. And this is our great organizer, a great administrator in the Sacred Wealth Code system. And this brings in an opportunity for our work, for the structures in our life, for our social purpose, and whatever Aquarius means for you, to open to new ways to moving forward with those things and let those structures reorganize. Your work might take on a different flavor. And there's a lot of healing that's available in Shadabisha, a very transformative placement. So that'll be going on for a while, but that has shifted at this point. The nodes of the moon have also shifted now, so they're fully in. Ketu is in Virgo, and also Rahu is now in Pisces. Neptune is direct on December 6th at barely a degree of Pisces in Purva Bhadrapada. And it's really going to clear up our intuition and our imagination in order to sort of reimagine whatever Pisces rules for you, but for all of us, it's our transcendence, it's our spirituality, it's where we dissolve back into oneness. Reimagine with clarity. So that's also a very creative transformational transit as well. December 10th, Venus and Jupiter, again, that's our great connector and our great teacher, are going to be at 12 degrees of Libra and Aries. So they're going to be aspecting one another, and that is going to be very auspicious day. Mark that on your calendar. It's going to be very powerful. And so on that day, it could be great for relationships, great for you personally, understanding your personal freedom and independence, but also how you want to connect in with others. So it's got all of that mixed in, and it's just a really wonderful auspicious day. So use it wisely. Your creativity is going to be very available to you, and a lot more clarity for you as well. We always like to have those really beautiful days. On December 12th, we have a new moon in Jesta Nakshatra, and that is in Scorpio. It'll be at 26 degrees. It will be with Mars in Scorpio in a very transformative placement. This is traditionally where the moon is debilitated in Scorpio. And new moons are all about going inside. So it's a dark moon, as new moons are, but this will be very transformative to really get to the root of some things and to really connect in with a clearing and a new vision as we approach the solstice time. December 16th, we've got the sun. We've got our great leader coming out of Scorpio and moving into Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is a sign that's owned by Jupiter that brings us hope and wealth and a lot of optimism. It allows us to see the big picture of things. Mercury is already there at this time. And this is where the leader can really step into what's our spiritual vision, connecting in more into like the bigger, big picture, big vision. Sometimes it's really good to pull way back. Sometimes we're too focused in, so that we can see really what is the bigger plan at play. And so great energy coming in. And then December 21st, we have got the solstice. The moon is going to be in Aries in Ashwini at this time with Jupiter. So moon and Jupiter, look up into the heavens. You'll see them there. And it will be a very auspicious solstice energy, and this will be aspecting Venus as well. So this brings in a lot of grace, a lot of sort of recalibration. This is that darkest point of the year in the northern hemisphere, and then we shift around and we're turning forward. I always see the solstice as like going through the eye of the needle. It's like, during this darker time, we're all sort of challenged. Like there isn't as much available in the outer world as far as sunlight and maybe activity and such, and we're forced inward, but we can't take our baggage with us. Things become heavier during this time. So I invite you on the solstice to light a candle, to put down once again anything that's holding you back in any way, and to move forward with the intention of starting the new cycle of light and stepping in and growing what is really true for you and true for your purpose and aligned with your purpose, your highest value gifts, which your Sacred Wealth Code gives you, your highest value gifts. Venus is going to be moving into Scorpio around the 24th, and this is going to bring in a lot of passion, is going to bring in a lot of intensity and desire in our love, in our relationships, in our money and wealth, all the things that Venus represents. And you want to keep a realistic view on all of that, and you want to, make sure that you stay connected to what makes your heart happy. Really what makes your heart happy. And it's absolutely wonderful to bring passion to those things, but not get swept away in the passion of things. So use the passion to fuel what your heart already knows. That makes your heart so very happy. On the 26th, we have a full moon in Gemini, and this will be in Ardra Nakshatra. And this is really a lot of mental energy we have in Gemini. There will be a full moon healing circle, and we'll be doing a healing and a clearing for, how do we recalibrate our thoughts, our communication, our nervous systems, so that we can share ideas, we can share things without getting too overstimulated, and that we really are able to hone our mental energy and our thoughts so that they are working for us and not stuck in any negativity or comparison. This is a place in the zodiac where it's very, deeply feeling and passionate about thinking and sharing our thoughts, but we don't want to dwell in our negative thoughts. And really that dwelling in our negative thoughts is a lot of what causes our distress. And so we're going to do a beautiful cleansing, a beautiful clearing in the full moon healing circle. And I encourage you to join me for that. The link is down below for that. And I'll be doing a full moon update as well. It's a powerful month, and to support you in this powerful month, I am teaching my Divinely Aligned class, and that will be in the first week of January. I teach this every year. It is the astrology forecast for 2024 and a beautiful healing session for really successfully navigating that cosmic energy. It's online. It's a Zoom class. Basically, you get the recording, you get resources. I create a beautiful guide for you for all the planetary shifts, including the eclipses, the major transits you need to know, horoscopes for each of the 12 astrological signs, the opportunities, the spiritual lessons, the changes, the challenges to watch out for. And I do this all in a beautiful cosmic planner so you understand the houses of the chart. You also get your Vedic astrology chart. And I do a sacred healing meditation for clarity and for manifesting with grace and with ease. So I really encourage you to click the link below and join me for this really powerful experience, and then you get the full recording, and then you've got it for to refer back to as you need for the rest of the year. So the Divinely Aligned class, also all the links to my readings are down below if you'd like a personal session with me, also my healing sessions, also the free resources. We've got the Sacred Wealth Code quiz, we've got the free chart calculator and more, and also the healing circle. So much love to you for this year and the beginning of the new year to come. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you commenting, letting me know what's up for you. And yes, and so much love to you.